it should be good now.
Okay, looks like we had some technical difficulties. So just to catch everybody up, we are in the top of the 6th inning. West Everett leads 6-5. Lowry on the bump. 1 out. 2-0 count to Williams.
It might be 3-1 now.
Yeah, that's what we have. 3-1 count, 1 out. Williams at the plate. Lowry delivers. Strike 2. 3-2 count. This is playing out pretty good for West Everett, the way the Woodstown lineup is landing right now. Where you're in the 4-hole, you can get out of this inning and just deal with the bottom of this order, not have to deal with the top of the Woodstown lineup the rest of the game. So here we are in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out. Lowry on the mound. I don't know how stretched out Lowry is, Mike, as far as how many pitches they have him restricted to.
And
Williams chases.
Considering he's the catcher, too. It's not like he's coming in fresh.
They're not going to look to extend him, I'm assuming. Three-two delivery. Fouled off by Williams. Good pitch by Lowry. 3-2 fastball, borderline pitch. Maybe high, Mike.
It could go either way. I think, if you're West Deptford, you're wanting that strike. If you're Woodstown, you're saying, no, it's the right call. And I think if you're Woodstown and you're pitching and you get that, you want that strike too. So I think it's a tight one.
So String comes up today, 1 for 3. Has had some really good at-bats. Lowry delivers a breaking ball in the dirt for a ball, blocked by Gasparovic. But Williams advances the second, puts a runner in scoring position for the Wolverines with a dangerous Rocco Spring at the bat. Good pitch down in the zone.
Reminds me of, gives me Richie Sexton vibes. Obviously not as tall as him, but the height, the lankiness, the bent over kind of crouch batting stance.
String is definitely in the lineup for one reason, and that's to do damage at the plate.
Long swing. Right now, a little bit too long to catch up to Lowry's fastball.
1-2 count delivered outside, ball 2. That'll run the count to 2-2. One down. Curveball, check swing. That could have went either way.
Yeah,
that check swing.
I thought he might have went.
Looked like he went. The base umpire says no, but yet he doesn't know what a balk is either, Mike.
Correct.
String calls timeout, steps out. Widens out his stance with 2 strikes, which I like. The Woodstown dugout comes alive with the tying run at second base. Lowry pitches, line drive in the right field, base hit for String. Right fielder comes up, delivers. Lundfeld's throw, good throw, comes up, delivers, cut off. And Woodstown has runners at the corners. He's had some really good at-bats today. You know, now 2 for 4, Rocco, 2-strike base hit. You know, strength on strength, Lowry's fastball versus Strings.
Stay inside, go the other way.
So Jack Holliday's 1 for 3 on the day, singled, fielder's choice, and grounded out to the third baseman. Oler's going to come out, talk to Lowry, get the first and third situation set up with 1 out. With the tying run on third, I'm going to. It doesn't look like Strings a fleet of foot, though.
Right.
Mike, you know what I mean?
Right.
If you're the coach, if you're Coach DeCastro, you want to put the runner in motion and challenge West Effort's number 2 catcher to throw you out in a situation. But on the other hand, you don't want to run out of an inning.
Yeah.
With 1 out, you know, where you're at a sack fly point. But I would assume Coach Oler's not making this like we talked about that first and third situation earlier in the game. I'm sure Coach Oler's talking about defending the suicide squeeze or safety squeeze in this spot with where they're at in the order. Down to the 6-hole hitter, Holiday. DeCastro, an experienced coach, good player, been around the game for a long time. They're not afraid to bunt in this type of situation. They've proven that they're looking to move runners over earlier in the game with the bottom half of their order. So, you know, look for something. Usually the best time to do this as a coach, is call, you know, second pitch, something of a squeeze. So 1 out, delivery by Lowry, high fastball, ball 1. Okay. So they have looks like they put a pinch runner in at first base, right?
Yep.
Pinch runner in at first base. They steal the bag. West Effort goes into the first and third cutoff play, trying to entice the runner off at third base. So Holiday takes the 1-1 pitch, fouls it straight back. One-two to Holiday. Lowry in control. Holiday's going to be looking to put the ball in play here and make West Effort field the baseball. West Effort's infield is the game to cut off the run here. 1-2 delivery. Line drive up the middle. Holiday delivers center field. Caleb Delaney comes up. Woodstown scores 2 and will take the lead 7-6.
An overall good approach. You know, you stay inside, you get something out of half the plate, and go the opposite way with it.
Big 2-strike delivery by Holiday. That'll bring up Spinelli, sorry.
Now batting for the Wolverines, Caden Spinelli.
Hit by pitch last time. I don't know if that hit him, Mike, did it?
I believe that's also the second or third at bat that he's tried. Similar.
Well, he had the bunt single earlier in the game. Same thing, push bunt.
That push bunt, yeah. And I mean, that right there was close. I mean, you know, that was almost a fair ball, and he has that down pretty well.
Now listen.
It's almost like I wonder if he has somewhat of a green light of if you want to try it, you know, you go ahead, because he's tried it almost every at bat.
0-1 count. That's obviously borderline pitch, runs the count to 1-1. And Halliday has ignited the Woodstown dugout. Ground ball to the left side.
Through.
That's going to go in the 5-6 hole. Loves it. No play anywhere. Base hit, infield hit for Spinelli. First and second, one out. That'll bring up Blake Bielicki. Bielicki's 0 for 2. Has a sacrifice bunt, 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on an error and walked. Well, what we wanted to do, Mike, is try to avoid the top of the lineup again, and not going to have that happen, obviously. Top of the lineup hasn't really done a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You had a big hit by Koblenz in his second at bat for 2 RBIs, but other than that, you've kept Pedrick and Knorr quiet today.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary going into their, 5th at bat.
Right.
Coming around the lineup here. So first and second, 1 out. Bielicki runs the count to 1-1. Lowry's doing a good job. He's throwing a lot of strikes. He's forcing contact, Mike. So that's all you can ask for coming out of the bullpen.
As his pitch count continues to increase, though, you have to start to, you really have to start to hope you start getting some outs because.
So 1-2 count to Bielicki. Lowry has now run his pitch count to 40, Mike.
Yeah. And as we mentioned, right, he's the catcher, right? So he's not coming in fresh to begin with.
So, good thing, though. 26 strikes out of Lowry.
Yeah.
Runs the count to 2-2 borderline pitch. Looked like the same pitch last one, but. Crucial to limit the damage in the sense, Mike. Can't lose the 8-hole hitter. 3-2, 1 out. I don't know if I'd be holding the runner on here. That leaves a gigantic hole on the right side. Fly ball to right field. Dropped by the right fielder. It's like it popped out of his glove, Mike.
That's unfortunate. It's,
Happens,
Now
it's
back for
baseball.
Wolverines, Tommy Takuchi.
So, bases loaded for the freshman, Tom Tucci.
With a 1-run lead, I'd be looking to see if they try some small ball here.
There it is.
Yep. Exactly what. Well executed. Now, how long do you have to have the ball for? Because he
Interesting play. Bases loaded. You had the 9-hole hitter. You got a freshman up there who can control the bat with the bunts and everything. Bunts back to the pitcher. I don't think he had a play at home. I don't think he had a play at home.
He was moving on delivery.
Yeah. Kind of surprised the West Deptford infield, it looked like. Hartman comes to first base from second base, fields the ball on the run. Looks like he had it, Mike.
I thought he had it enough for it being out.
And then,
but I guess if there's not an actual official attempt to transfer, then you can't call him out and then, say it's dropped on the transfer, but I still thought he had it long enough for there to be an out.
So Woodstown takes the 9-6 lead. Comes into the inning down a run. And Kobance does the job, hits a line drive to the left fielder, plates another run to make it 10-6 Woodstown. That'll bring up Pedrick. Over 2 on a day. I'm sorry, had a sac fly in his third, over 1. Popped up in his last at bat with 2 walks. Swings out of the zone.
He was getting his money's worth with that swing.
0-1 to Pedrick. Curveball. Timing was a little off by Pedrick. Looks like he was a little late on that.
Looks like he's coming up to this at bat with one idea
I think it's
in
been
mind.
that way the whole game, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the aggressiveness, but with 2 strikes, you're going to have to cut it down a little bit here now. Oh-2 pitch, middle of the plate. Line foul by Pedrick.
You want to see a little bit better 0-2 pitch, right? You don't want your 0-2 to be something that they can really square up on like that.
I think Lowry should concentrate on the top of the zone here with the left-handed hit in Pedrick.
Right.
So looking for a high fastball, top of the zone, 0-2 count. Try to get a swing by Pedrick. Curveball by Pedrick, flied, popped up foul. It's going to be a tough play by the catcher.
You would like to see the
Kasparovic makes an outstanding play. I thought Curcio was going to call him off on that play.
It's his ball. Yeah, it's his ball.
Made a better, easier play, but great play by Kasparovic to end the inning there. Unfortunately, West Deptford goes down 10-6 in the inning.
But if you're West Deptford, you're coming in and you're saying they haven't shown and they haven't proven that they can shut you down neither, right? Every time it's been the seesaw. Every time one team takes the lead, the other team comes back. And as I said before, right, it's going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes. And Woodstown has proven so far that they're just as capable of making mistakes in the field as West Deptford has been. So you have to have confidence now. New thrower. This looks like to be one of their bigger hitters.
This is Noor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
maybe he's their closer.
Woodstown will run out their big lefty, Jack Noor. Noor so far this year, 3.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 A's with a 2.10. He's going to have, looking at his stats, he's going to have a mid to lower 80s fastball. And he ran into problems against a good Pennsville team earlier in the year with command. But Woodstown ends up losing that game, 4-2 to Pennsville, who's one of the top Group 1 in the state, against Luke Wood, who's one of the top left-handed pitchers on the whole East Coast. So they're going to the big senior left-hander with a ton of experience on the mound.
And knowing what you just said, if you're West Deptford, you're going into this inning, you're going up to your bats, you're saying, I'm going to make you throw strikes. You prove to me that you can throw strikes, right? I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt and, swing outside something that I shouldn't go after, right? Show me you could throw strikes first, and then I'll adapt. I'm not saying you go up there and you're just, you're taking and you have red light, but you want to see him throw strikes first because
I agree.
He can dig himself his own hole with control issues that he's previously had.
Just by looking, where he was, his last outing, struggles with command a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean,
But can punch you out, with his fastball.
Blockery.
That'll bring up Brendan
And the new pitcher for the
Lowry.
Woodstown Wolverines, number 15.
And typically in this type of situation, knowing Coach Oler, he's having people take strikes here. Left-hander goes up 0-1 on Lowry. Hartman on deck. Looks like Lowry late on a fastball, fouls it straight back. Runs the count to 0-2. Lowry ground ball to second baseman Tucci. He kicks it. Safe at first base. Just what the Eagles needed there.
exactly
Left
right.
the door open. Puts the ball in play with 2 strikes. 0-2, tough count. Noor's a hard throwing left-hander. Does the job with 2 strikes, puts it in play, forces him to field the baseball.
And and as I mentioned going into this thing for West Denver, neither team has proven that they can basically get out of their own way, right? Neither team's proven they can field the ball cleanly, they can get outs. So no lead essentially is safe.
That'll bring up the plate, the second baseman, sophomore Jason Hartman. Lowry does have some speed over there, but I'm not anticipating any movement over there down 5. Or 4, I'm sorry. Yeah, down 4. Curveball over the top of the head. Hartman pokes one in the right field on the breaking ball. Good job by the sophomore. And they keep the bat moving.
And it's interesting because coming into this inning, we said the main concern, right, if you're Noor, if you're Woodstown, right, is control. He hasn't thrown 1 ball yet. He's 2 batters and he's thrown nothing but strikes. Every pitch he's thrown so far has been a strike. 6 pitches in. He's
doing his job.
Yeah, he had 0-2 first batter error, and then he gets 0-2 this batter, and he gets what they used to call a duck fart. And
so that'll bring up freshman Landon Delaney with a couple hits on the day. Good job on the mound today. Wow. Goes down 0-1 on a questionable first pitch strike.
Yeah, that's it's cold, it's windy. We've been out here for 2.5 hours type of call.
Yeah. On deck, Trevor Lundfeldt delivered a big RBI hit earlier in the game. 0-1 pitch to Delaney. Fastball. Noor's doing his job. He's pouring fastballs in.
You stay right there. Regardless of the situation, if you're the pitcher, you know what? Like, I'm throwing strikes and stay right here. And you have to hope your team can field it.
I don't know. That was where are we at? 1-2, Mike?
1-2, and it took him his 9th pitch to get his first ball.
I don't know if that was a ball.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
Delaney chases a high fastball. So it seems like with each hitter, Noor's ticked up his velocity. So 1 out. That'll bring to the plate right fielder senior Trevor Lundfeldt.
Eagles, Trevor Lundfeldt.
It's a good job by the catcher. Framed that up into the zone, low fastball for a strike. 0-1 to Lundfeldt. We just got the indication that the broadcast is running low on battery, so we may lose everybody in the most crucial part of the game.
Yeah. I guess that's the risky run when you have 3-hour games.
Yeah. Lumfeld extends the count. Three-one count. Norris starting to struggle here.
I don't see a major change in his delivery, his mechanics, but he was grooving. Now it's the opposite.
Well, when it matters, he delivers. Strike two. 3-2 to Lundfeldt. One out. First and second. High fastball for ball four to Lundfeldt. That'll bring up left fielder Josh Bruner.
Now batting for Eagles, Josh Bruner.
Nord delivers. Strike one to Bruner. 0-1 count, one out. Bases loaded with the Eagles, with Bruner at the plate. Nord delivers. Strike two. Quickly ahead. 0-2 in the count.
He's attacking, which he should do, right? In a situation with this type of lead, as part of the game.
I'm not expecting anything different. I think Norris going to come right after Bruner here. 0-2 or 1-2 count, two outs. You know, Bruner's just got to, get a barrel on the ball, make him feel the baseball here. That's going to be a pass ball.
Yep.
Gets by the catcher. Eagles score a run. And the Eagles will take that, Mike.
It's not surprising to see that the first run this inning comes across on a pass ball.
So Bruner's up, 2-2 count, one out. Runners on second and third. Nor didn't look too happy with Bruner calling.
He wants to go.
Nor delivers strike three.
Man, he wants to get going. He's quick. He's not wasting any time.
That'll bring up the catcher, Grady Gasparovic.
Now batting for Eagles, Grady Gasparovic.
Now you got to, if we can come up with another clutch hit by Gasparovic here. Norris pouring it in.
If I'm going to the plate now, I'm expecting, right? I'm sitting on the fastball. I'm expecting he's coming right at me.
Quickly up, 0-2. Norris just pouring it in.
Not wasting time. He says, give me that ball.
Got to grind this at bat out. Try to extend. 0-2 count. Gasparovic hangs in there, takes one in the shoulder.
Giving him life.
Hit by pitch. And the Wolverines give West Deptford some life here, as you said, Mike. Two outs, and that rolls the lineup over to the top of the order with Curcio. Very aggressive hitter. Curcio's going to come out swinging here.
Yeah. Well, if you're him, you got to expect, right? I mean, why would bases loaded, two outs? Why would you expect you're going to get anything other than a fastball in this first pitch? Right there.
So, as expected, Coach Roller, I think, has got him taking a strike here, down by, 3 runs now. Curcio's down in the count, 0-1. Nor delivers a fastball, and Curcio's quickly down 0-2. I think the last 3 hitters, Mike.
Almost every batter.
0-2.
Yeah. He's throwing strikes, and that's usually when he utilizes some sort of all speeds. If he's way ahead in the count, 0-2, 1-2, he'll come back with the fastball here.
Yep, Nor throws the curveball there. Curcio fights it off, stays alive. Nor's still up in the count, 0-2. Nor with the fastball on the outer edge. Curcio swings through, strike 3.
Good velocity. I wouldn't say overwhelming. Maybe being slowed down most of the game with the other guys that they had in, and then now, speeding them up has had an effect on them.
Better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want y'all to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. That's right.
Somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
So heading to the top of
His first appearance of the season.
Heading to the top of the seventh, Eagles make a pitching change. Cole McKenna for his first high school appearance on the mound.
Trying to minimize it, right? Keep it close. You're always in strikeable distance if one swing can tie the game. So right now, West Deptford is in that position, so you want to keep it there.
Well, goal is to come in and throw strikes, and got to give West Deptford a chance. Down 3, give them a fighting chance. Don't want to extend this lead to any more heading into the 7th inning. So the infield will look like now, with McKenna coming into the pitch, will go Curcio at third, Landon Delaney at shortstop, Jason Hartman at second, and Gasparovic at third. Lowry will go back behind the plate. That'll bring up the pitcher, Jack Knorr. Ground ball to the first base. It's going to be a foot race to first, and McKenna beats Knorr to record
great
the
play.
first out in the inning.
That's a big out.
That's a big out. And Williams steps to the plate, the third baseman. So he dropped his arm slot down there, Mike.
Yeah. Change up the angle. Give the hitter something different.
Looks like you have Rocco String was down there loosening up for the Wolverines. I don't know if we're going to see Knorr in the 7th unless they're just getting him ready in case something happens.
Yeah.
Breaking ball.
I don't know what
Williams bailed out on that one.
I don't know what Woodstown had before, but they have after that. But I know if they can, if I'm a coach, I'm sticking with Knorr as long as I could, because I want somebody who I know can throw strikes, and he demonstrated that.
Deep fly ball to right field. Looks like it's going to be playable. Hauled in by Lundfeld. Williams gives it a decent ride to right
Quick
field.
2.
And that'll be 2 quick outs for the Eagles.
Rocco String.
All right, Rocco String comes up, has swung the bat awfully well today. Swung it better. It looks like, today has swung it the best of all the Wolverine hitters. And he's going to be hunting first pitch fastball here. You can bet that. And
So what you want to
McKenna
do?
delivers with a curveball.
Like I said, if you're a pitcher and you can get ahead 0-1 with a breaking ball, then you are.
So this is something that he's been working on, is this sweeper, Mike, in the offseason, because he's never thrown before.
Right.
So up 0-2 now, he's got to just
Changing up his
looks like he tried a
windup
quick
as
pitch
well.
in there. I don't know why he did that.
Looks like he goes straight up, and then the last pitch was almost like a little bit of a stretch. And
1-2, 2 outs. You got to trust your catcher. I think you got to bury a curveball here. Gets in on his hands with a fastball.
a hard play.
I think
Better
that's going to be
hurry.
a base hit. That's going to be a tough play. You know, you almost got to hold that ball. Into the dugout it goes. Runner string goes to second base. I don't think, probably should have held that one, Mike. I don't think
it
there was
took
a play
it took
at
a little
all.
bit too long to develop. It wasn't hit that hard. The grass ate it up. Shortstop's playing back deep, so it just even that throw wasn't on target. But even if it was on target, I think he's beating that out.
So big hit by Holiday last time up. So that brings to the plate Jack Holiday. 2 RBIs, put the Wolverines up in the last inning. Hunting a first pitch fastball, base hit in the left field to Bruner. Rocco String's going to score. He's heading to second. Curcio throws. He's safe into second base. And Woodstown extends the lead 11-7. Like I said, Holiday's out there
Batting for the
hunting the
Wolverines.
fastball.
Yeah.
Caden Spinoff.
That'll bring up Spinelli. Spinelli last time had a ground ball in between shortstop and third for a base hit.
If you're West Deptford, what you want to remember though is you have 2 outs, and no matter what, as of right now, you're still just 1 swing away from tying the game. So as long as you always have a good chance if you're within those parameters, right? So you don't want you got a quick 2 outs, things didn't go your way. You don't want the wheels to completely fall off here. Get this out, and you get back in, and give yourself a chance.
Spinelli goes up in the count 2-0 with 2 outs. Man on second base, Halliday. Fastball for a strike, 2-1. Fastball in on the hands. Curcio makes a nice play. That'll end the inning.
It's good though. You bounce back, right? You still
Down
have a chance.
11-7.
And like I said, it's in this game here. No team has demonstrated the ability to shut the other team down, to field the ball cleanly, to not make mistakes. So if you're West Deptford going to your final at bat, you have to have the confidence that, okay, put the ball in play. Let's see if they can.
So West Deptford has coming up, you're going to have Delaney, McKenna, Lowry, and Hartman to face Noor in the bottom of the 7th inning, down 4 runs. You just want to really be patient. Noor has been throwing a ton of strikes.
You see him now. You know he's going, especially now that they got another run, so they're back up to a 4-run lead. You know he's last inning. You know he's going to come right at you with fastball.
He's going to just.
When he threw strikes enough where you don't want to chase anything. You don't be overly aggressive, but I don't want to be in an 0-2 count. And he got a lot of 0-2 counts last inning with batters. He just consistently throwing strikes. So I think if you're a West Deptford batter, you got to go into with an approach that whether it's first pitch fastball or you don't want to let too many get by you.
So let's see what Coach Oler has him doing here, with your middle of the order. I would expect Delaney to be trying to get a little deeper in the count here to set it up for the middle of the order.
Batting for the Eagles, Caleb Delaney.
Delaney with a second hit by pitch of the day. So, I don't know how long Noor's been throwing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now we're into the second inning here,
And even though he threw a lot of strikes, he still had, an elevated pitch count, if you want to, per one inning. He was over the 15 mark.
Cole McKenna. Base hit in the right field by McKenna. Delaney's going to hold. Smart move, right? Down 4
Doesn't
runs.
do anything. Trying to get him to third doesn't do anything.
That's a better at bat by Cole. Not trying to do too much on a day like this. Just stay inside the ball.
And as I was mentioned, there's signs where you can take it. You're going to get a first pitch fastball. So how many do you want to let just keep going through to where you dig yourself a hole being down 0-2? So if you see one, there you go. You take it the other way.
And just what you were saying prior to this inning, Mike, now you're 11-7. You got 2 base runners on. Well, Lowry can, is definitely a power threat for the Eagles. He was swinging for it.
Mm-hmm.
Lowry fouls it straight back. We'll go 0-1 on the count. Noor doesn't want to make a mistake here. This is the one guy that can be the game changer in this Eagle lineup. Not a whole lot of power in this Eagle lineup, but this is the guy that I would believe the Castro is going to throw around here with, a 4-run lead.
And now you have, so it's a tricky situation, right? Because you don't want to give him anything too good, but now that you have the base open, do you really want to bring that tying run to the plate, or?
I'm taking my chances. I'm not throwing the Lowry here, Mike. He can, put the Eagles within one swing of the bat. Gets in on him a little bit on the hands. Noor comes inside with a fastball there. Good pitch because you don't want Lowry to get his hands extended, obviously. I'm going to expect a breaking ball here.
And if you're Woodstown, you also got to be careful because they haven't shown much confidence in stopping something in the dirt.
That's going to fall, Mike.
No, he didn't catch it.
Down.
It's down.
So with 2 strikes, Lowry pokes a flare into center field. Excellent try by the center fielder, by Lecky, and it hits his glove, drops in for a base hit for Lowry. Really good job by the 4-hole hitter with 2 strikes just to extend the lineup right here. Now the Eagles are within 3, brings the tying run to the plate now.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, with a hot-hitting sophomore, Jason Hartman coming in. Now you're extending this pitch count, Mike, as we talked about for Noor. They did have the bullpen active in between innings with Rocco String. Hartman calls timeout, goes down, talks to Coach Oler. Really going over this situation. 1-0 count, first and second. Don't want to chase anything in this type of situation. Noor's starting to extend his pitch count. Right now, no one's up in the pen for the Wolverines. And ball 2 by Noor. Okay, now starting to extend into the second inning. Now Noor's starting to struggle with his control a little bit. Now the Eagles have to be patient. 2-0 count, and Noor delivers at the top half of the zone. Senior left-hander delivers when needed. 2-1 count to Hartman. We still have no one out.
Now, most of the batters for West Everett have not been able to prove that they can really catch up to his fastball. That's where most of the swings and misses have been, other than the front part of the lineup. So if I'm just like that, if I'm more, I'm staying right there. Especially with, you still have a cushion, right? You still have a lead, I'm sure Norm would say no. So I would expect him to go right at Delaney.
I do too. So Eagles 11-8 within 3. Still a tying run at the plate brings the freshman Landon Delaney. Takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1. One out the inning with Trevor Lundfeldt on deck. The seniors delivered big time in an earlier at bat today. May have this second opportunity to deliver a second time. North throws a curveball there for a high pitch for ball 1. He's been successful with the fastball, Mike. If I were him, I'd just come after this part of the lineup. Took something off of that fastball.
That was something, yeah. That wasn't just a straight fastball, yeah.
But there was something off of that fastball.
We tried maybe like a two-seamer.
2-1 count, fastball taken for strike 2 by Delaney. That'll run the count to 2-2 for Delaney. Senior left-hander comes set. Fouled off straight back by Delaney. Remains alive, extends the at-bat. And the Eagles still have life. Good job by Delaney fouling off. That was a borderline, top of the zone fastball. Extend the count. I believe we have a 2-2 count. Delaney's hanging in there. Just has to scrap this, try to find a hole here. Lowry at first, McKenna at second. Lundfeldt on deck, and the pitch to Delaney. Fouls it off, low fastball. Fouls it off over the first base dugout.
And if I'm West Deptford, I think I might be chirping a little bit there because he's rushing his paws. He's coming set, but it was a good pitch.
Something off speed.
Yep, that
like
was
a slider, sweeper there.
Yep.
Down and in. Tough pitch for a right-handed hitter. And Delaney goes down to make it 2 outs. That'll bring up the senior Trevor Lundfeldt. They just got to extend these at-bats at this point. 2 outs. Down to their last out. Josh Bruner on deck. Want to try to flip this lineup up, give the Eagles a better chance. Have to string a couple hits together. The count runs 1-1 to Lundfeldt.
Or even,
outs.
The equalizer too, put it in play. They're getting a lot of more swing and misses. Like North's doing a good job doing there. Because if you put it in play, Woodstown, they haven't shown that they can really get that many outs,
2-1 count to Lundfeldt. I would expect Noor to come right after him here.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He gets a fastball to Williams. Glove throws, bounced over to first. Safe at first base on a throwing error by Williams.
Just what I said, right?
Great job by
If you're
Lundfeldt.
West Deptford, just try to put the ball in play because neither team really today has been able to efficiently get outs, but Woodstown hasn't been able to do it. So what's been somewhat of the equalizer these last 2 innings is that Nor's been able to get a lot more strikeouts than the previous pitchers have.
So DeCastro is going to come out here and talk to the home plate umpire. Although the first baseman bobbled it, he did pick it up. I don't think it was in time. It definitely wasn't in time by the time Lundfeldt hit first base.
Mm-hmm.
Ball was blocked by the first baseman, fell to the ground. Lundfeldt hits first base, then's picked up, but it was not in time.
Right.
So, looks like the home plate umpire confirms the call, and DeCastro's going to take a mound visit to Noor to settle the situation down with 2 outs. And now the base is loaded for Bruner. So I'm expecting Bruner probably to take a strike here, Mike. He has a walk earlier in the game. He's got to do his job, get his toes on the mound or get his toes on the line, crowd the plate for Noor, make Noor feel a little uncomfortable when he comes out hacking.
Yeah.
Good swing by
That
Brendan.
that might be the best pitch he sees all bat.
I would definitely make Noor feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
here. Like, I would be on the plate, hands hanging over the plate, willing to take one for my team right here. Look like a change up there, Mike. Way ahead. Bruner's definitely ahead of that.
Yeah.
So it didn't look like the fastball,
Right.
the velocity that he's been throwing. So I think that might have been a changeup. That might have been the first or second one he's thrown today. So quickly up 0-2, and Bruner takes one for strike 3. And that'll end the game. With the final score, Woodstown 11, West Deptford 8. You know, Mike, up and down game, lots in this game, but you know, your leadership has to feel the ball better. Like, a couple of mistakes by Cole McKenna at shortstop that cost us. A couple other mistakes in the field.
Well, to be honest with you, I think there's too many mistakes for me to even remember all of them.
Yeah.
Because I think back in the second inning, I said this game is going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes, and throughout the game, it was for both sides, right? That was really how the runs were scored. Were teams making mistakes, not feeling the ball cleanly, making throws. But what the main equalizer was that I think really the decision, the differentiator, if you will, of what allowed Woodstown to win was really Noor coming in and getting the strikeouts, because when West Everett put the ball in play, Woodstown could not field it, right? And he's got the strikeouts, and West Everett didn't have that type of arm come in.
And, again, West Everett plays a 3-run ball game. They're playing in the close games, and this is an extremely young team.
Yeah.
You have 2 seniors on the team. Everyone else is underclassmen. And they got to learn how to win. Mm-hmm. Win these tight games, and they're going to learn from this experience and moving forward. I think we're going to see them play a lot cleaner in games moving forward. These type of games, will help them. If they can slide into the playoffs, they can, Group 2, I don't think is extremely strong. Good Japanese team. You have a good Cinnamon team. But other than that, I think it could be. Haddonfield's okay, but West Everett showed that they can play with it.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, I just think if they can play a little bit cleaner, the pitching's been better than expected. The hitting's been better than expected, but the defense hasn't been great. So, and I think that's been their issue coming into this game, and it appeared again today, and hopefully we can start to clean that up in the future. So for Mike Britton, I am Sean McKenna, and we are leaving you at Union Field with the Woodstown Wolverines victorious over the West Everett Eagles 11-8. I have no idea how to take this down, so I'm going to need a lot of
I know we got Cole and
They'll help, yeah.
Aiden. They all have to.
Yep.
So I don't know if you need me to help.